Wow, what's going on? It's Super Bowl weekend, and I'm getting crazy up in the motherfucking building. I'm from Indiana. The Super Bowl's gonna be in Indianapolis. I'm gonna tell you right now, my friends are getting stoked. They're getting insane. They're having a good time back home. I moved out of Virginia, and I'm here now. Whatever, I can't be there. But some other crazy shit's going down this week. Earlier this week, we found out that Israel wants to go to a war with Iran. Could be this spring, man. Could be this spring. And I just can't help but wonder, what the fuck is going on? Didn't we just get out of a couple wars? About to get out of Afghanistan, already got out of Iraq, and here we go again. And why? There's this thing that we like to call blowback. And when a foreign policy overextends itself, there's always some fucking repercussions, man. It's just every action has the equal and opposite reaction, right? So what the fuck are we doing? Really, what are we doing? You look at Iran, Persian, 3,000 years, borders virtually unchanged during the entire time of that civilization. China and India might be of the like, but their borders have changed quite a bit over time. Not Iran. It's been there throughout 3,000 years. We want to poke and prod, stick and poke, but they always seem to survive. And now we want to dick with that. The nukes that they may or may not have. Israel says these nukes are going to be buried, and they'll be so much buried after spring that we won't be able to get to them, so we better strike now. It makes you really think of this blowback thing. In 1979, you had the Iranian hostage crisis, and Jimmy Carter sent the SEALs in and whatnot to get these fools out of it. You know, did a good job. But it goes back really before that. 1953, they voted in independently sovereignty. They voted in a president. We didn't like that guy. He didn't align with our ideas and where we wanted things to go. You know, where we wanted things to go. So we sent some people out there to have some demonstrations, kick that fool up out of there. He's gone, you know, gone. Well, there's a protest from some college people came in and destroyed that too. But it never really returned to democracy. They have a Shia, and they have this supreme leader, that Minajad guy, whatever. But he's not really nothing. The supreme leader really dictates. He's a cleric and whatnot. But he dictates things. But so it didn't work out for the United States in 1953. So later on in the 80s, they got hooked up with this professional young man named Saddam Hussein. Donald Rumsfeld made a nice little trip to Iraq, gave him weapons, and said, hey, let's go to war with Iran. This big war in the 80s, the Iran-Iraq war, that lasted for almost the entire decade. And there's lots and lots of people killed, man. Lots of people killed. And then Saddam Hussein was powerful, big boy in the block now. The United States supports, so he starts moving into Kuwait and was looking at Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of oil in the United States. You can't do that, so we went and moved in on him. Turned our back on a boy we hooked up. We know how that worked out. Backed him off for a little bit. 96, we went back in again and bombed the shit out of him because of his nuclear program, weapons of mass destruction. And then, again in 2003, we took care of it, and we know about that. You know, and of course they said weapons of mass destruction. Of course they knew he had weapons of mass destruction. Donald Rumsfeld had the fucking receipt in his back locker. You know what I mean? But then it's like, what the fuck is going on? What really is going on is that nobody likes invaders on their block. I don't care if you come from the hood or the fucking suburbs. It doesn't matter. Nobody likes people invading on their turf, man. It doesn't matter if it's your neighborhood, your state, your town, your country. People just don't like that shit. The United States has been doing that my whole fucking life. And it's time we change. It's really time we change. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But here's what I think. Al-Qaeda is just an organization, like many organizations throughout the United States, would just like us to get the fuck out of there. But understand their ways of thinking. I've been there. I've been in the Middle East. Their ways of thinking are different. They're willing to sacrifice themselves, man. They're willing to put their necks out there and commit suicide for the cause. And that's what's happening. Because you know their militaries can't beat us. We're the United States of America. But there's other ways of doing things. It's putting fear in the world. And that's what they're doing. And really all they want is to get the fuck out of there. That's all they really want. And it's just a goddamn shame. Just a goddamn shame that this shit's going on. There's a time and a place for war. What you do is you go in and you get Congress seal of approval. When's the last time we've done that? Actually, World War fucking II. World War II, man. Korea, Vietnam, the first Gulf War, this war, the war on terrorism, all this shit, the Patriot Act, Now they wanted to say that anybody in the United States can be arrested without probable cause. Constitution is being ripped apart as we stand here and let it happen. As we stand here and let it happen, I understand. I understand wholeheartedly, you know, representing and getting excited about the Super Bowl, man. But it's election year. We got crazy fucking people running the GOP, and I just don't quite understand it. I don't quite understand it. There's other things we'll talk about in a later video, but this time we need to step the fuck back. You want to save money on a $15 trillion debt? Let's get the fuck out of these places. Let them be. They'll eventually will let us be. Lock down our borders. Build the Coast Guard. Build the Navy. Let's do things together. Let's hold each other up instead of tearing each other down, man. Like, really, really seriously, it's getting crazy out there. But I would like to show you a little something. I always like to close with a beer. You know, this is the Star Boxcar Pumpkin Ale out of Charlottesville, Virginia. And if you like to drink beer like I do, hit this up, man. Charlottesville, Virginia. This is the Star Hill Boxcar Pumpkin Ale. Look it up on the internet if you're from away and check it out, man. This is me, my first real one. My last video was about a year ago when I was looking to buy the house that sits behind me. You check it out, man. See you later.